what is Python Matplotlib and where we can use Matplotlib, different types of plots like bar graph, histogram, scatter plot, area plot and pie charts. We will see how to plot these types of different types of plots, and then we will see working with multiple plots. Hello everyone, this is Sharda from GoEdu Hub Technologies, and today we are going to discuss one important library of data science, that is the Matplotlib. Okay, so can you please confirm me, am I audible, clear and loud? Please respond in the chat window so that we can start class. Okay. Okay guys, so what is the Matplotlib used? So basically it is a library that is inside the Python matplotlib.pyplot, and it is generally used for plotting different 2D graphs in the Python. And we can use this library for writing different Python Python is used to writing scripts also, cells also, web application, all these things we can do the Python. Similarly, we can draw different graphs in the Python using this library. Like we can generate the plots like histogram, power spectra, bar charts, error charts, scatter plot, different type of plots within just few lines of code. Okay, just we will write simple code and then we will plot. Why we are studying this library for the machine learning course? Because in the machine learning, when you are doing some analysis, you need to view that analysis in the form of graphs. Okay, so we need certain libraries that are used for the plotting. We have some other libraries also, like we have Seaborn. Seaborn is basically for the 3D graphs. So first we will study Matplotlib. This is the basic library, because if you know how to draw the 2D plots, then you can go towards the 3D plots. Okay. Suraj is asking a question, how to do the missing values in the Python are remaining. Yes, I'll take that sometime. Meanwhile, when we need how to handle the missing values, that time I'll take care of that topic. Okay, yeah, I remember that things. Just that is a small topic we will take in between somehow when we are doing some analysis with the data. We don't need a separate class for that. Okay, matplot is basically, it will take one class, you will understand different types of plots. So that's why I have taken this topic today. Okay, so first of all, let me start the execution part, how I can import the Matplotlib, how I can start working with the Matplotlib. Okay, we need to import the Matplotlib initially in the Python using the Matplotlib package. Okay, so let me write here. Okay, here I'm importing Matplotlib. Okay, so from Matplotlib, guys, please do along with me, so it will create some interest in you and you will see the actual implementation. From Matplotlib, import pyplot as PLT. Okay, in the other way, I can directly write, like I can directly import the Matplotlib. That's simple. So here I just want to tell you from where we are taking Matplotlib. From Matplotlib we are taking pyplot package. Okay, in the description of this video you can see the tutorial that I am referring, what is the Matplotlib. Okay, and then I'm plotting certain plots, like I'm taking simple value x and y, and that value I'm plotting. Okay, so plotting to our canvas, PLT, here is a function called plot. So plt.plot, and inside this function I need to pass certain values for x-axis and then certain values for the y-axis. Like here I'm passing 1 comma 2 comma 3, and then I'm passing 4 comma 5 comma 1. Okay, and for showing the plot I need to write one more line, plt.show. Okay, and now I'll run this code. Okay guys, just it's running, just give it a minute. So simply here you can see the points which I have taken. X-axis points is 1, 2, 3, and y-axis points I'm taking 4, 5, 1. You can see here for x value is 1, then we have y value 4 corresponding. It's x1 and this is y1. So for the x value is 1, I have y. Please confirm me guys, now it's perfect or not. Okay. Okay, so I was telling only using these 3 lines of code I have created a plot, and a simple plot. Okay, using these 3 lines of code I have created a simple plot in the Matplotlib library. Okay, now I just want to add certain labels and titles to this graph. Okay, so how we can add certain titles and labels to this graph? We can plot one more plot. We can write code for one more plot, like from Matplotlib import pyplot as plt. Okay, and then I'm taking certain values for the x equals to, I'm taking values like 5 comma 2 comma 7, and then for the y I'm taking certain values like 2 comma 16 comma 4. Okay, 3 values for x, 3 values for y, and then plt dot plot, and here I'm passing x comma y. Okay, and now I'm writing some more functions like plt.title. I'm providing title to this graph, and title here I'm providing information, info I'm writing, and then I'm writing here x labels and y labels. plt.xlabel. In the x label I'm writing x-axis. Okay, and in the y label I'm writing y-axis. Okay, and then I'm writing plt.show. Okay, now you can see the output. In this output there are the different things we have added. First thing you can see here, the info we have added by the title, plt.title, and inside the title whatever we have written would be written here. And then x label we have provided, x label is here x-axis, and y label is y-axis. Okay, so you can write some styles and some comments to your plot by simple using certain functions. Okay, we are simply have written 3-4 lines code. You can even try many styling techniques to create a better graph. Okay, like what if you want to change the width or color of a particular line, or if you want to have some grid lines, There you need styling, so we can add certain styling to our plot, okay, and we can give the different colors to our lines and different like different type of pointers we can explain in our plot, okay. So I'll modify this plot. Now I'll plot one more, and in that I'm taking, or either I can use simple this one also. So Matplotlib I have already imported. I'm taking certain points, okay. X I'm taking some values 5, 8, 10, and then Y I have taken certain values, that is something like 12 and then 16 and then 6. Similarly, I'm taking some more variables like x2. x2 I'm taking 6, 9, 11, and then y2 I'm taking another variable equals to 6, 15, some 7. Okay, you can take any values. Then here I'm plotting with the different colors. Okay, plt dot plot, and then I'm writing here x, y. Simple. And after this x, y, I can give another parameters like for the color. Here I'm providing G for the green color. Okay, and then I can print this plt dot show. Okay, and now you can see my line color is green. I can also give the line width. Like here one more parameter I can give, line width equals to 5. So now you can see the difference. Now my line is thick. It have width of 5. Yeah, I'm showing the code. Either you can open our like in the description of this video there is a link of article. You can open that article. In that you can see the these types of codes. Okay, or I can I'm also showing you codes. Okay, and next thing is what I'm writing here. I'll write certain labels. Okay, here I'll provide one more parameter, label is equal to line 1. Label equals to line 1. Okay, and similarly I'm plotting one more line, plt dot plot, and here x2, y2. Okay, and then color I'm providing here some crayon color, and then label I'm providing here line 2. Okay, and now I can run this. Some error. Plot. Okay, spelling mistake. OT. Now you can see first line is green and this is the thick line, and second line is crayon color line, and this is thin line. Now one more thing, I have written here label and you are not able to see label. Okay, so for seeing the label what we can do, we can write one more function, plt.legend. Okay, and this function basically will show you labels, like here labels, plt.legend, and the label, whatever the label you have provided in this function, plot function, it will show you here with the sample. Okay, and I can write plt.xlabel x-axis and similarly plt.label y-axis. Okay, and what more I can show? I can also show here grid, like plt dot grid. There is a function grid, and I can run now. X label, and this should be y label. You know X label and Y label? We have seen in the previous example. Legend, basically I have used for these labels. Whatever the label I have written, it's showing here. And line width, you know, color I have given X and Y values. And then this grid. plt.grid is showing this grid in the background, you can see. Okay? Guys, this task you can do. Like whatever I am teaching you after the class, just think about it, what you have gained in the session. Okay? And you similarly day to day you can make a notes, like even after the class you have to write in the attendance also. That's why we are putting some questions in the attendance, so that you guys are making a note. Just make a note what we have covered. Okay, this thing please you do. Okay, so this is the simple plot and we have included lots of things. Okay, good. And I want some persons who are good in writing, like those who have some interest in writing articles or content. They can also contact with me, contact to our mail. You can mail to our mail ID, so that we have some internship for the content writing. So you guys can come to this also. But for that we need certain. We will provide certain rules. You have to follow those. Okay. Below the description of this video, you can see the notes link. And always we are doing the same thing, Rohit. In every video, in the description of the video, you can see the notes link. Okay. So this is the simple. Now I am going to cover the different plot. Okay. You can mail your resume or this email ID. Okay. And now come to the next type of thing we can plot in the plot, that is the bar graphs. Now let me tell you what is the bar graphs. First understand why we need a bar graph. A bar graph generally uses bars to compare the data among the different categories. Like we have certain bars. Basically, bars are well suited when you want to measure the change over a period of time. Like I just want to check some changes over a period of time. Bars we can represent horizontally as well as vertically. So important thing to keep in mind is that longer the bar, greater is the value. Now we will see the practical implementation of bar graphs. Okay. So here, in place of plot, I'll use different function, that is the bar. From Matplotlib, from Matplotlib, import pyplot as PLT. Okay, and then here I'm writing a new function that is the plt.bar. Okay, and in this function I need to pass two parameters like x and y. Okay, so certain values I have to pass in this, like here I'm taking some values like 0.25 and then 1.25, and then I'm taking 2.25, then I'm taking 3.25, and then I'm taking 4.25. Okay, and then certain values I'm taking 50, 40. I'm just taking variables value x and y. Okay, and then 70, 80, and then 20. Okay, first is a variable I'm taking for the dates, and second variable I'm taking for the distance. Okay, I'm going to compare distance of two different cars traveled by in the same days. Okay, so here I'll pass this value and then y value, comma separated y value, and then I can provide another parameters in this, like label I can give, width I can give. Okay, so here label, I'm providing label equals to BMW. Okay, for one car, and width I'm taking 0.5. Okay, and then plt.bar, I'm making bar for the another car, because bar graphs is generally for the comparisons, so we need to make at least two bar graphs. Okay, then we can do certain comparison. Okay, and here we are taking certain values like 0.75, 1.75, and then we are taking 2.75, 3.75, and 4.75. And second variable I'm taking here 80, 20, 20, 50, and 60. It's a help is so irritating. Okay, and then here I'll write label equals to Audi, and then here I'm writing width equals to 0.5. Okay, and now I'll show the plot plt.show. And one more thing, if I don't write the legend, then there is no use of label. So I'll write here plt.legend. And now I run this code. There is some error. 1, 2. Yes, some values mismatch. Let me check it out. 1.25, 1.25, 2.25, 3.25, and 4.25. Yeah, this is the bar graph I have created. I'm taking some x-axis values, and I'm taking some y-axis values, and then some label, and then width of this bar graph. So for first is for BMW and second is for Audi. Color by default it's picking, and here you can see the days, and then this is the distance we have traveled by the car. So you can see for the first BMW we have taken 0.25. So in a 0.25, like this is 1, so here somewhere 0.25 and we have 50 kilometer. 0.25 day it have covered 50 kilometer, and in 0.75 second have covered 80 kilometer. Labels also you can give like X label, Y label, and you can give the title also. That you already know. So in this plot, I have displayed the comparison between the distance covered by the two cars, BMW and Audi, over a period of 5 days. Okay. So basically this is the simple plot. Yeah, we will make the cos x, and these you can simply using the numpy functions. Inside the numpy we have functions like cos x and sine, or you can simply x and y, put the some values in the x and put the some values in the form of the function, and then simply plot. You can plot cos x and sec whatever you want. Okay. Now come to the next type of plot, that is the histogram. Bar graph we have plotted. Now we will see another type of plot, that is called the histogram. What is the histogram? Let me first explain what is the histogram and what is the difference between the bar graph and histogram. Histogram basically used to show a distribution among the data. Whereas if I talk about a bar chart is used to compare different entities. Histograms are useful when you have array or a very long list. Like I'll take an example, I have to plot age of population with respect to a beans. I have a list of age of all the students and I just want to plot that age, and then I'll see their distribution, like how many students having age 15, how many students having age 20, how many students having age 30, kind of things. So histogram is basically for the distribution, and bar chart is basically for the comparing different entities. Okay, so basically you can see here, I'll create a histogram here. Like I'm taking age, population age in a list, and in this list I'm repeating certain values, like I'm taking 22, 55, 62, and then some value 45, then 21, then again 22, then 23, and then I have some value 34, 42, and then 22, 42, 22, 20, 22, and 42, 65, and 62, 62, and then you can say 42 again, 22, 22, 42. I'm repeating certain values. Okay, it's a like I just want to see a distribution of data. 55, 55, 55, 55, and 22, 42, 42, 42. Okay, I'm taking certain values like this. You can take any list. Some values should be repeated. Okay, this is the age list I'm taking, and this list would be having more values. Now I'm taking another variable called beans. Beans, generally what is the beans? Beans refers to the range of values that are divided into a series of interval. Like I just want to divide the values in the series of 10 or 20, whatever I want. Here I am taking 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, and then 100. This is my beans. Now I'll plot the histogram, and there is a function for the histogram, plt.hist. Okay, and in this I'm putting two variables. One is the age and another one is beans. Age comma beans. And here I can write what type of histogram you are going to plot, either bar graph or some other things. There are the different parameters. Okay, so here I'm writing hist type equals to bar. Okay, hist type I'm taking bar, and then I'm closing this, and some other properties also you can give, and then I'm showing plt.show. Okay, and now I'm running this code, and you can see here there are the certain beans. I have put it values in the range of 0 to 100, so I need to include some more values like 80, 85, and then again 80, 5, 4, 5, 5. I'm just including some more values, so it would be more scattered. And bar width also I can give. Here r width equals to 0.8. Now these are the little bit more thin. So basically function for histogram is hist, and we need to provide certain variables like age. Age having a list of certain values, that is repetition. Now you can see if I'll pick a particular value 22. You can see here 22, 20 is here, 22 is here, and 22 is repeated 10 times. Similarly, here a value 5 is repeated 4 times. And the value below the 40 is some value 34. I think 34 is repeated 1 time. Okay, so you can say what is the histogram. Now you will understand the histogram. It is basically showing the distribution, like how a entity is distributed in a complete data. Okay, beans is just for creating the range. Like here, beans we generally using for dividing the data into a series, a sequence. So here beans we have taken 0 to 100. Okay, and usually in between 0 to 100 equal size beans are, they have divided. So you just need to provide a range kind of things. Okay, so now you know histogram, you know bar chart. One more plot that is very important, that is the scatter plot. Next we will see the scatter plot. Okay, so next we are seeing scatter plot. What do you mean by scatter plot? Have you ever created scatter plots? Usually we need scatter plots in order to compare variables. Okay. For example, how much one variable is affected by the another variable to build a relation out of it. There are the two variables and we are comparing these two variables. Generally, data is displayed in the form of collection of points, each having value of one variable which determines the position on horizontal axis, and the value on the other variable determines the position on vertical axis. Like what we will take, we will certain values x and y, and what you are just imagine you are plotting points. That is called the scatter plot. Points plotting is a scatter plot. Like here I'll take certain points x, certain values for the x and certain values for the y, 1, 1.5, and then I'm taking 2 and 2.5, 3, 3.5, and then some value 4. Okay, and then corresponding y values I'm picking 7.5, and then I'm picking 8, and then 8.5. Okay, and then 9, 9.5, and then 10 and 10.5. Some values I'm picking like this. Okay, and then I'll plot plt.scatter. There is a function called scatter. Okay, and you can see here the always Google Colab provides you help plt.scatter. When you write plt.scatter, it will give you need to provide certain x, then y, and then certain properties. Okay, so I'm providing x comma y. Okay, and after the x, y, here I'm providing label equals to high income, low saving. Okay, and then I'm providing color equals to R, red color, and then I'm here plt.legend and then plt.show. And you can see we have a plot in which we red color points, we pointed red color points, and its legend is high income, low saving, and x-axis and y-axis. This is first point 1, x value is 1 and y value is 7.5. X value is 1, y value is 7.5. Okay, now I'll take another values for the one more plot. I'll plot with this x1 equals to, I'm taking certain another values like 8, 8.5, then I'm taking 9, 9.5, 10, 10.5, and then 11. Similarly, I'll pick the y1 values 3, 3.5, 3.7, and then I can take 4, 4.5, 5, 5.2. Okay, and one more plot I'll plot here. In place of x here I'm putting x1, y1, and high income, high saving, I'm putting the label. And color, I'm providing different color. Okay, now you can see my graph has changed. First scatter plot is this, and second is scatter plot, because range is changed. I have taken now the bigger range. So x-axis range is 0 to 11 something, and y-axis also 0 to 11. So these are the values plotted by the second plot, and this is plotted by the first plot. And label, title, all these things you can provide. Okay, so here I have plotted two scatter plots based on the input specified in the above code. And this data you can see high income, low saving, and high income, high saving. Rohit, you don't need to download the notes. Notes will be always available to our website. Just bookmark the links and then visit the links. Whenever you want, just visit the links. Beans and bars are simple representation. There is the nothing when we are bar is generally beans you can change, like beans is a basically for the range. We are providing the range how like what type of bean we want, in what range we want. It can be a bar, it can be something else. In place of bar, I can give here the other parameter also. Like you can see there, they would be stacked also. There are the certain values for this bar. Like if I don't provide this bar, it will by default give you Control X. Okay, and now I'll run this. By default it's picking the bar, so let me write some another value. I can write here step. Okay, this will show you in the form of step. Okay, so beans is basically for this range only, and bar is in a bar graph. We are showing these are the bars. Okay, why you need screenshots and notes? We always have internet. You have internet, you can just access the website and just read down. They never change, they will be always available there, lifetime. What is the plt.legend? So many times I told you, Prince, plt.legend is just for showing like here whatever the label we are providing. Like here the label equals to, I have written the label. When I write this function, then only this label appears here. Rohit, just fill your attendance also. It won't possible without the attendance. Okay, you have to fill the attendance for your certificate claim, because our team cannot verify if you are not filling the attendance. We cannot provide the certificate. You need to fill that part. Okay, just now come to the another type of plot, like area plot we can do, and we can do pie charts. We can develop the pie charts also, and we can create multiple plots. Okay, so first I'll show you some area charts. Okay, and for the area charts, let me go here and just come to the notes part. What we have seen till now, we have simply created a plot, and then we have seen certain how to provide the legend, x's and x labels, y labels, all these things we have seen. Okay, and we can create the multiple lines. That I'll tell you. Just wait, this thing I have to tell you now. Let me copy this code. Okay, here I don't want to write the code, so I have picked the code from the notes. Matplotlib and then NumPy. Simple. And then here what I just want to tell you certain extra properties. Like simple plot we are doing plt.plot and x values and then y values, and this r means red color, and the second parameter means shape of the point. Okay, and this is the line label. Like this is simple plot, and in the second plot I'm commenting the second plot line. Let me first run this code, then you will understand the things. Here you can see I have 1, 2, 3, 3 plots. Okay, and there are the different shapes of the points. One is the round blue, and one is dashed red, and one is triangle crayon. Okay, these are the 3 lines I have created, and in this also 3 lines I have created. Okay, line 1 is this is the line 1, and this is the line 2. Line 1 is simple dots, red color. I'll change the color, all having the red. In place of red I'll change the blue. So blue points having one line, and one line that having matched the point red, it is line 3, and this green one is line 2. Okay, so here just understand first line, x-axis, y-axis, blue color, and then this O means we need to create only the points, round shape. Okay, and label is line 1. This is simple line 1. Now I am creating the line 2 also. This is the line 2, second one, blue. In this line 2, what I have written, x, y, and line width. Width is equal to 5. Color I have not provided. By default, it will take some color. Okay, and if you are not providing the color and shape, by default it make a straight line, and if you are specifying shape, then it will make the points like this. Okay, and in the third plot you can see x, y, red color line, and then this O is point should be round, and this dash means points should be, we can join all the points. So the third line is line 3 is red point, O shape red point, and we are joining the points by using this dash means. Okay, and we have fourth line. In this line color is red, line style is dash, marker is O, and marker size is 5, and then you can see here marker face color is G. There are the different properties. Like in this function for the line you can give the different properties. You can see in the documentation of Matplotlib. So simply I have just tried to make 4 plots using some different properties. Color you can give by this also, and you can give using this property also. Both are the same way. Okay. So like this we can create different type of lines. Okay guys, can you please confirm me till now whatever we have covered, are you getting or not? Okay, now I'll see the another type of plot. And when you write plt.axis, axis means inside this axis function we are providing 4 values. First value is x minimum, x maximum, y minimum and y maximum. Means x range would be 0 to 10, in between 0 to 10, and y range would be in between 0 to 20. You can see x range is 0 to 10 and y range is 0 to 20. Okay, and legend, then PLT show. Whenever you will write the PLT dot show, it means whatever the plot you have written before it will plot inside a single graph. So here 4 plots will be plotted inside a single graph. After PLT dot show, it will create another plot. So this is the another plot. So here again, what we have written, this is the PLT show. First 4 plots will be drawn in one single plot, and then we have created one value t equals to np.a range. We are generating a values list like it in between 0 to 5 and difference of 0.2. So a range is a function of numpy. It will generate certain values, array of certain values, and then we are plotting plt dot plot t comma t, graph in between t comma t, and then this graph property line color should be red and dash dash means line should be in the format of dash dash. Similarly, comma, and then I can give the second plot, and then I can give third plot. Like this also I can make multiple plots in a single command. Yes, I'll come to the subplot also. Just wait. Okay. So this is basically, I can make multiple plots in a single command. Like first plot in between t to t, second plot t comma t to power 2, and third plot in between t comma t to power 4. First plot color is red and design is dash dash. Second graph color is blue and design is O shape of points, and third is crayon color and this triangle type of points. You can see here. First is red and then the blue and then this third one. Okay. Now come to the next plots. Like this plots we have seen, bar graphs we know, and then histogram we already know, scatter plot also we know. Now come to the area plot. Okay. So what is the area plot? Area plots are similar to the line plot. Whatever we are plotting in the line, it is generally make a stack. Okay. Nothing else. We are making, we are highlighting the area. So area plot is like this. Like first, if I'll plot the line, then it's only the plot. And if it is area, then it's something highlighted portion. We are covered the portion area. Prince, just practice the numpy. It's nothing else. It's a simply numpy a range function. You can just try these functions. Don't write here. Just first try to execute what the thing I have written. You simply blindly you are asking the questions. I have taught you the numpy and these functions are included in the numpy. Just practice the numpy. Simply it's generating the value in between 0 to 5 with the difference of 0.2. It's not like that. After the class, please practice. And whatever you are asking to me, just try to execute that in your editor so that you will get the output. What is this? You should know this. Now come to the area plot. I'm copying this code and then I'll run this part and I'll explain you, because otherwise it will take lots of time. Okay. So here what we have taken, we are imported Matplotlib, and then we have taken certain days like 5 days. And then we are writing here different activities like sleeping, eating, walking and playing. So what does it mean in a single day? In a single day, at 7 hours I'm doing sleeping, 2 hours I'm doing eating, and 7 hours I'm doing walking, and 8 hours I'm doing playing. Something like this. Similarly, in the day 2, I have divided these hours like this. So I'm doing 4 activities. In 5 days, daily I'm doing 4 activities. And then what I'm writing here, plt.plot. Here this is plt.plot is simply for picking the labels. So you can simple first see this function plt.stackplot. This stack plot is for area plot. And here we need to provide x-axis is days. With respect to days, we just want to plot sleeping, eating, walking and playing. Okay, and then we are providing corresponding colors. Colors equals to whatever we are providing an array of colors. Okay, and here more functions we have written plt.plot, and nothing we are passing inside x and y. It means we simply providing the color, label and line width. So whenever my color is M, then it will pick the label sleeping. Color is C, it will pick the label eating. Okay, and now I'll plot plt.x label, y label, you know that. Okay, and title, stack plot, legend, you know, legend will show the labels. Okay, and then plt.show. Now I can run this code and you can see this area plot. This is total 20 hours, 24 hours, and it is a comparative area plot. Divided the activities of 5 days in 4 activities for 24 hours. So this is called the area plot, or you can say stack plot. Okay. Simply we are taking some activities and some x-axis, and then a stack plot this and these activities. These 4 lines of code is simply for making this plot fancy. Some decorations like label, color, all these things. Thickness, line width. These are the things we are providing with the help of plt.plot. Okay. So now you know what is the area plot. Basically in this plot we have time span based on the categories. So you can say area plot or a stack plot is used to show trends over the time among different attributes. Okay. Next we have pie plots. 2 more plots are left, pie plot, and then we will see the multiple plots, subplots. Okay. So first we will see the pie plot and then we will come to the next part. So pie plot, I'm taking the pie plot. Pie plot is just like pie chart. We will make a circular graph and that will be broken down into the segments like slices of pie. It is basically used to show the percentage or proportional data where each slice of pie represents a category. Let's see the code. Like what we have. We imported the library and then we have certain days and then we have slices. Let me copy this. Okay. Here, what we are doing? First thing is days, 5 days. Same activity we are picking here. 5 days, and activities we are picking here: sleeping, eating, working and playing. And slices 2, 2, 2, 13. So first activity will out of this total, and 2% of this total, and then 2%, 2%, and then this 13%. Like total is 19. Out of 19, 2 part is for sleeping, 2 part for the eating, and 2 part for the working, and 13 part for the playing. You can see the output, just visualize it. Like for sleeping, eating and working, we have parted into the 2, 2. In place of 2, here I'll write 1, and here I'll write 3. Now you can see. 1 is 1 part, and this is 3rd part of it, and this is 2 part of it, and then remaining 13th part. So total we will divide it into the 19 parts, and then we will assign it slices. So what the function we are using here, plt.py, and then we need to pass the slices and then label equals to activities. Basically we are plotting this slices, and these activities we have divided into the slices, percentage. We divided this circle into 4 sectors, or you can say 4 slices, and which represents basically 4 categories. One is the sleeping, eating, working and playing. And these calculation is automatically it will do. You don't need to worry about it. Okay. So this is the simple pie chart. Start angle is 180. So it's starting from 180. You can give the 90 degree, then it will start from 90 degree. Okay. So now different type of plots we have seen. Now we will see how to work with the multiple plots, or how we can create the subplots. This is very important. We generally use it. Like working with multiple plots. Okay. So we have seen multiple types of plot, like such as bar plot, scatter plot, pie plot, area plot, etc. Now we will see how to handle multiple plots. Okay, let me implement this, and here I'll also import numpy. And meanwhile, I'll import matplot also. I can import the matplot like this also. Import matplot.pyplot as plt. Then here I can create any type of plots, like cosine, sine, whatever I want. I'm just creating a function, def f of t. Okay, somebody asked me about the some plots. So I'll plot here, return. Here I'm returning exponential. So np dot exp, and then inside this I'm passing minus t. Okay, and in multiplication of some np dot cosine, and inside this 2 into np dot pi into t. Like what I have written here, I have written an expression cos 2 pi t. Okay, this is cos 2 pi t, this is, and this is e to power minus t. So e to power minus t into cos 2 pi t. If I'll pass the t, then it will give you this expression in return. Like I can plot t with respect to this expression. Okay, let me generate certain values for the t. T1 I'm taking here np dot a range. Okay, in a range I'm generating certain values like 0, 5, 0.1. In the difference of 0.1 I'm generating certain values in between 0 to 5. And similarly T2, here I need to write np. Okay, and then np dot a range, and here also I'm generating certain value in between 0 to 5 and taking interval of 0.02. Okay, now I'll plot plt dot plot, and then I'm plotting t1 with f of t1. Okay, and then I can say plt dot show. Let me run this. This is the simple plot. I'm passing here t1. What is the t1? The values of t1 will be passed to this function, and then this function will return certain expressions. Okay, and we will plot okay. So like here we are plotting t1 and then f of t1. So this is the one plot I have plotted here. I just want to plot more than one plots. Okay, so next plot I'm plotting here plt dot plot t2 and then I'm passing here f of t2, or you can write here another expression like cosine. So here I can write np dot cos 2 into it's a little bit irritating, 2 into pi into np dot pi into t2. This is cosine. This is the cosine wave. Okay, now what I don't want both in one. I want to create subplots, like two plots in a row or 3 plots in a row, 3 plots in a row, 3 plots in second row, like this I want to do. Okay, so here I need to write plt.subplot. Okay, so what I am writing here, plt.subplot. Okay, and then I need to pass here 3 parameters. First is number of rows. How many rows I want? I want 2 rows. How many columns? I want 2 columns. I want first figure here. Okay, and then after this I can also specify plt.subplot. And here I'm writing I want 2 rows, 2 columns and second figure. Now I can run this code. I'll explain one more time, just wait. What I am writing here, I'll plot one more plot. And here just let me complete it, and then 2 rows, and this is the third, or here T2 and then f of T2. I'm passing this. Yeah, what happened here? What I have written one more function, that is the subplot. What does its subplot means? Here I have passed 3 parameters. First parameter represents number of rows. I want 2 rows. I want these diagrams in 2 rows. Or either if I want to in 1 row, then I need to write in all the subplot 1 row. 1 row. And column, I just want 3, then I need to write here 3. Now you can see the output. 3 plots in a single row. So first is represent how many rows you want. I want 1 row, 2 row, 3 row. As many number of rows I want, I can write here. Second column represents number of columns. And third parameter represents which figure you want to see. Like here, the first figure, first plot will be plotted first, then second. I can reverse the order. Here 2 and here 1. First you can see, first my this plot and second is cosine plot. Okay, now it will change the order. Okay, this is first figure, second figure and third figure. Now what I want to print? Second, first and third. Let me run this code. This is the second one is first, and then first one and then the third one. Okay. Rishi is asking a question. Ma'am, please repeat the concept of multiple plots. Okay, Rishi, I'll just tell you one more time. Just wait. Like what I have created multiple plots, multiple types of plots I have created, bar, scatter, pie chart, etc. Now I just want to handle multiple plots in either in single row or in multiple rows in multiple columns. Like if I don't write this subplot line, then what happens? If I'll remove this subplot line, then it will create all the plots in a single plot. Here I'm commenting all the subplot lines and I have created 3 plots. So you can see the output. All 3 plots in a single plot. But I don't want this. I want all the plots separately and either in particular number of rows and particular number of columns. And which plot I just want to show first or second like this. Now you can see 3 plots it's showing in a row. And second PLT, second plot I have written here the cosine that it's showing first. Because here the third parameter I have put it the first. 2 and then first. So first parameter represent how many rows? Here 1 row. Second parameter represent how many columns? 3 columns. So in all 3 I need to pass the 3. And third parameter is which plot you want first. Now I'll change this to plot 2 rows. I want 2 rows, okay, and 3 columns. And one more plot I'll create here. Okay, and this is my fourth plot. Okay, now you can see I want 2 rows, so it created 2 rows. I want 3 columns, so it created 3 columns. And first I want the second plot. So second plot is which one? This is my first plot, PLT dot plot, and this is my second plot. Second is cosine plot. So second plot I have put it first. So second plot. Then first plot, this T of FFT. This is my first plot. And then third plot is here. And this fourth plot is here. Because in a row I wanted only the 3 columns. So the fourth plot is in second row. Rishi, I am repeating the concept of multiple plots. I have repeated it. What exactly you want? Okay. So basically multiple plots, or you can say subplots. How can I handle the subplots? Basically subplot helps us to plot multiple graphs in which you can define it by aligning vertically as well as horizontally. Okay. Now you guys can ask me other questions. If you have any question, I have covered almost all type of plots in the Matplotlib. And there are some other features. You can read out the features from the documentation. But most of the things which we generally use in the Matplotlib, we have covered in this class. Okay. There are the certain disadvantages Matplotlib have, like they are heavy packages and it only works for the Python, so it's hard or impossible to be used in the languages, some other languages. Okay. And it can create only the 2D plots. If we want 3D plots, then we have to go with the Seaborn. Prince is asking, ma'am, please repeat the logic of def ft. This is a function. I have defined a function, and inside this function I'm returning an expression. This is mathematical expression. Here e to power minus t into, this is basically what? E to power minus t and into cos 2 pi t. And how we can take the value of pi here with the help of numpy. So inside this course I have written 2 into np dot pi. This is this np dot pi will give you the numerical value of pi, and t value we are passing here in the function. So this np dot cos will give you the cos 2 pi, and into this is a expression np dot e to power minus t. So exponential e to power minus t. So basically e to power minus t. Whenever you are passing any value of t, it will calculate e to power minus t into cos 2 pi t and then return that value. Okay. Then Mamta is asking a question. I plot all the graph in one row. How it will work? You can plot all the graph in one row. Then you have to write here. In place of 2, you have to write in first parameter. You have to write 1. And in second parameter, as many your graphs. Like here I have 4 graphs. So you need to provide the 4 columns. No, it's out of scope, Rohan. I cannot do that part. Like you can take the some code of C. I don't want that. You can do that. You can try that. So here you can write Mamta. You can write 1, and then in place of 3, you can write the 4 number of columns. Okay. And then Bindu have asked a question. What does 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3? Basically 232, it is representing how many rows you want in the output, how many columns you want in the output, and which figure you want to print. Like 2 means I want 2 rows. So here 2 rows and these vertically is columns. 3 columns I want. So second parameter is 3 and then the third parameter is which plot I want to plot here. T and f of t, whatever the value I'm passing to the t. Here I have some values for the t and I'm passing some value for the t, and then y, like when you are plotting a plot, what you need? You need 2 values, x or y. So x I'm taking with the help of t and y I'm taking with the help of f of t. Okay. I think now everything should be clear to you. Okay guys, so this is enough for plotting. You can try different type of plots. Just practice after the class so that you will get each and every concept. Just do the different combinations and then practice these things. Article like reference notes is given in the description of this video, so you guys can get it. Okay guys, so this is enough and tomorrow is holiday, so thank you so much. Okay, good night and we'll meet you day after tomorrow. Suraj is asking, can you please list out how many other libraries are there we covered in our class? I'll tell that in the class, you can see that.